All right.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
So this gives you the ability to do a few more things,
Gotcha.
like record it or
Okay.
put a hat over your head.
Oh, nice.
It's crazy how like it's tracking your face and then doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see the different stamps.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that could be. I mean, we probably want to stay away from those, but that could get dangerous after a while.
Right, right, right.
Um, just with that much stuff going on. But actually, right now, it's if you wanted to, you could have somebody like it's broadcast live, so they could watch it
Uh,
live, or you could not broadcast it and still record it, but it records to YouTube, which you can then download and then edit, or it could go straight up. You could go, hey, starting now, and then run it, and then you have the whole thing up there.
you just roll with it. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and usually it's whoever's talking, I guess the most is what where the camera goes. There's a cameraman thing here. Let's see.
Do you like using the earphones?
I do just because it cuts out on any feedback.
Okay.
Um, and the microphone, puts the microphone right here for me. I mean, I can hear you fine. A
Right.
lot of times a lot of times feedback and stuff like that gets to be, and also if there's any sound out there somewhere, then it will, like the microphone's right here, so it's not picking up,
Right,
all the
right.
sound everywhere. But anyways, I really just want to get it going and making sure we can connect and.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, that's crazy. You can draw and then it moves with you wherever you do that.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have way too much fun with that.
I know, yeah, this is probably. Um,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hadn't even played with this camera much at all. It's just kind of little. It was the cheaper Logitech
yeah,
there at Walmart, so I haven't convinced them to quite let us go into the Mac world yet down here.
but you're working on that, right?
A little bit. I was doing budget stuff all last week, and so I've gone through. I'm working on getting a new electric drum set for the band.
Uh-huh.
Reggie was telling me that the drum set that we're using now was the first drum set that they used when they first started contemporary service down here. He said, so that's going to put it at 15 years old. And yeah, and I put in, they go ahead and tell us to hey, well, if you can kind of have anything you want. I have put in for, I'd love to have two, but of course if I just got one, that would be awesome. One of the, either a Fender Expo sound system or that Windows.
She wanted to know if you could come by and look at it. And I'm like, did you do this? I said, did you do it?
Hold on, we got some t-shirt things going on. Yeah.
She said, come look at, can Russell come by and look? And I'm like, did you do a sample? And she said, yes.
It's a long way to drive out. And,
Yeah. I'm going to just tell her to bring it Wednesday, and we'll look at it.
Or
She'll be here for Kiwanis.
or take a photo. I mean, she could take a photo and send it just so we. I mean, could she bring it on Wednesday? But for right now, could she take a photo and just text it? We got some shirts done. I should be able to show them to you somehow. No, it's capture. It's all right. That didn't quite turn out like we.
She'll either do.
Okay. It didn't quite turn out like we had.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, how do I select the window? No, so there's my Evernote. You don't want to see my Evernote.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing my computer?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to my pictures. This is also kind of cool because you can record what you're doing on your screen.
Right, right. Just do that through Evernote?
Well, this is through
Or is
Google Hangouts. There's screen share.
Oh, the screen share. Gotcha.
Yeah. Of course, now I lost what I was sharing. There we go. There it is. Okay. Figure out where I am in the. There we go. This is close to what it'd be like. So you can see those?
No, all I'm seeing is your still your Evernote Premium.
Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying that. Let me find the Hangout again. There's Evernote Premium. Okay, stop. Screen sharing. Screen share. This is how we figure all this stuff out. There we go.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
So, and on the back it has "Give, Love, and Serve" in that the same kind of font. But when they sent them to us, they didn't quite turn out right.
Gotcha.
So they're hoping to have. I think because I was like, where else can we go? I'm trying to find some other place to do it.
Yeah.
But I think they are trying to win our hearts back and do one that works a lot better for us.
You have a local company up there do it?
Yeah, we have a couple local companies here that will do them. And then I got some calls from Amanda gave me the guy in Nashville who does did summit stuff for Jay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then got the just several different ones. Just to see who else could do, because kind of that shadow on the logo and stuff is kind of a little different than just normal printing, text on blue or text on shirt.
Right.
So that's what I was trying to get.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's I almost hate saying it because it sounds like I'm at a big church, but one of the things this is the second year we've been doing this on budget, is we've got a communications person that's on staff, and and so she does all of course our weekly publishing and all of those things. But part of what we do is get with her, and she does like our communications and outreach budget, and she just redid our logo for Thrive Student Ministry, and it's like, it's a great logo. She did a great job. So now, we haven't done a T-shirt since I've been here. I was like, you know what? We get T-shirts for everything. We don't need a T-shirt yet. We got to kind of figure out what this is going to be. And so I'm like, I kind of gave her, I'm like, okay, I want T-shirts, lanyards. We need new banners, all of these things. So I give her and let her kind of work the numbers up on all of that. And I'm like, crap, that just sounds like I'm in a big church, and I'm really not. But I'm like, I've got a person to handle all that.
Somebody who does all that type of stuff. Now, if you had somebody specific for the youth that did it just for the youth, that would be definitely,
Yeah, and I think she's got. I think she's comes from the right angle, the right heart. She's been involved in a bunch of youth ministry, so I think she'll do a good job getting us something nice and clean and simple and everything. So I have no doubt on that. But yeah, I'm working on getting a drum set, and also working on getting a couple either the Fender Expo system or that Bose compact line array. So I was talking to Reggie. He said I'll probably have a better chance of getting the drums, but he's like, he said one of those line arrays is one of those towers, man. He said that's going to be too much for the room that you're in now, and I'm like, no, not really. I was like, we've got our speakers now that we could, if we play a huge place, we could have those up there. They would work as the monitors, all of that, and then we could daisy chain out to some bigger speakers. I said, so even if I just get one of them, I said, it'd be the easier setup for my my audio guy, my volunteer that kind of comes and sets all that. I mean, he could set it up and he could set that up in 15 minutes versus the 45 it takes to bring the big speakers over and all of that. So we'll see.
And the nice thing about the Bose system is then you have a component that you can take and go. When you do a retreat or something like that, you have something you can just pop in, it's 4 pieces in with a little small 4-channel board, and you can do really good sound anywhere you go.
That was kind of that was my on my narrative budget where I'm kind of writing all this stuff out. That was my selling point on it. Whenever I was like, we wouldn't just use it for that. We would use it for retreats, for Army, it would be there to use. Yeah. So we'll see. Even if I just got one, that'd be awesome. It'd be love to have 2 eventually, but 1 would be plenty for the room that we play in and stuff right now.
Well, that's what I used it. I used for Williams building. I mean, for Williams and for St. Luke's at Lakeview.
Oh yeah, just 1, and you just need 1 for all those.
Yeah. Pretty much. So.
Reggie's worried about overpowering. I'm like, we'll have it mixed. We'll have it, you can
always turn it down. You can't always turn it up.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So if you can buy something that has a little more, that you have to not worry about, having to turn up so much.
Yeah. I'd much rather have that ability and just and to me it's just the portability and the ease of use on it. So.
Well, as you've thought a little bit about this, you've had a little bit. Today was just really kind of making sure stuff works. And I probably we won't put anything up from today. But just what are some things that you've thought about? Like, what would you see as the goal of us having a conversation weekly?
I think just kind of like we talked before. Come Thursday, let's have kind of a. Whether we just email it back and forth to each other, let's have kind of the schedule or a format of what we want to talk about. If we want to bring somebody in, if we want to talk about, what's working, or just kind of look through those topics. I was just kind of looking there today. You were looking for the T-shirt. We were like, we see the brainstorm sessions for that. John posted, has anyone used Revival? That we can kind of go through that website. The See You at the Poll conversation, I thought was a good one. On all of that, and just I think kind of go through there. Kind of pick a few topics that we want to hit. Couple of announcements if we want to go ahead, hit some announcements on to save the dates for the for midwinter, and the zombie apocalypse and all of that. What's that?
Are y'all doing zombie apocalypse thing?
We probably won't go that far. Probably will be a little bit. I've already one of my kids that's in the TAPS program from the summer. He was asking about that, and I was like, man, that's another 2 hours on what we usually go to Forest Glen, and so I was like, well, so we're probably not. I don't know. I know that there's some other South District directors that are definitely looking into it on that, so it is a possibility. But I think if we hit with, we could probably even do announcements towards the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, I kind of had down on my deal. I had somewhere.
I like the pick of the week thing.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I've already kind of got one picked out that I would lead off with. Have you used the Glimpse app yet?
No.
Dude, it's sweet. It's GLYMPSE. I'll show it to you. Yeah. And of course they have it for Android and all of that. But that's it right there. And it's basically a deal. You start a Glimpse, you can kind of go through. What I like about it is when you create one, it says to send a Glimpse or whatever. You press that. You set what time it expires to. You can copy it to your clipboard. You can set it as a destination. Like, I always set the destination as always First Methodist Pearland, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing about it is when you get started, it goes up to 4 hours on it. But it was perfect for like whenever we were leaving Lakeview for summer camp, and I was riding on the bus with the kids on Friday. I had texted all my parents and gotten phone number, or I'd let all my folks know and kind of set up a group on our texting service that we use as a Lakeview group. Got the glimpse set up, sent it out to all of the parents, and so they were able to know, hey, this is what time the bus is. It sets up an ETA for you and even tracks you. It just uses GPS on your phone, so you got to make sure it has some charge with it. But it tracks you going along, and so like parents could, they don't have to have the app. It'll pull it up just on their web browser. And got back from camp, dude. Every parent was there waiting for their kids. It was none of that whole, even after Summit, it was none of that, we got to wait another 30 minutes because you just now called your mom and let them know that you're home, let them know you're back. You send that out and people follow it, and dude, they're just like, okay, they kind of know, hey, they're going to be at the church at this time, so let's go ahead and get up there. And
they're 30 minutes away, they're 15 minutes away. They stop for the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. It goes through the whole thing, and so I did that. I did know. I was like, whenever I was driving the van from Summit, I was like, okay, they're gonna be able to see this. I got to make sure I'm not completely speeding too bad or anything. But it is nice just having that. It's pretty simple to use. You send it to a clipboard first, and then you kind of paste it. I use the Simply Text service, and so I would just paste it in there. Said, hey parents, we're on our way back, for that group, and
you can track our location here.
Yeah, and they'll just track it. The other deal, when I used it, I used it with my fiance, with Julie, on the way back from camp, and she's like, I really like this because she had dropped me off on the morning of camp, so I wouldn't have to keep my car here all week. And she's like, I really like this. I was like, the fact that I'm gonna be a stepdad to a daughter now, I was like, goes on her dates, you can bet I was like, okay, set up a glimpse. You got 3 hours to be home, so now we'll be able to see everywhere you are.
I was thinking we did photo scavenger hunt yesterday, and so I have 2 or 3 cars going out, and they all have stuff, and they're going over Texarkana. Right. But to have that, just to know, okay, hey, they're headed back. Let me get the junior high out and cleaned up from before the senior high come in or whatever like that. Would be a great way to use that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways. A volunteer of mine actually was the first one to show it to me on the way back from midwinter back this past year. So, so it was kind of, he showed that to me, and then so when summer came along, it's like, hey man, you got to show me that again. And but I think that pick of the week, doing something like that, I was like, I actually got something techie. I won't always have techie things to do, but I was like, that'll be handy, just having something techie, and to set that up with. But it's one of those deals that's pretty cool as far as I don't know, something we can all use, and I'm pretty sure it's available for Android. I can research that and check, but
go ahead.
Yeah, just one of those deals that my endorsement for it is definitely the fact, as youth directors, how many times have we sat there waiting for parents to get there after a trip, and we're already tired, we're ready to go home, see our family. This helps for sure. So.
And talking on those apps and stuff like that, I've been using a thing called Video Shop. Yeah. And it's real simple. I don't know if you saw the video of Eli playing soccer that I put on Facebook. Check that out. But it's real. You just drag your clips down real easily into makes a short video, like a minute-long video or so. And so that would be one to to try and think of simple ways people can make do real simple videos on the yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. It works.
That's their canned music. You can put other stuff with it. The one I was thinking of was Instagram. And I'm not seeing it on my. I know I didn't take it off my phone, but I can't remember what it was. I used it for a while. But hyperlapse, Instagram just did hyperlapse, which is the time lapse photography.
Right.
You take a video of it, and it zooms it in, zooms it out real fast. Um, and so, Vimeo, Cameo is the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's nice about Cameo is you can only take 6-second clips, and you only get 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 6-second clips, 2 minutes, so kind of constraints. But if you're doing like a video for Summit or for mission or even just a day trip, something like that, you can do here's a cameo of a trip up to the deal, and you put it in there, and it adds the filters and stuff like that real quick,
Okay.
and a little music behind it, stuff like that. So yeah, something like that. I was figuring like some sort of banter back and forth to begin with, a little bit. Hey, what's going on?
Right.
And then either a topic either being a video person or a person who we've either already interviewed or someone who's joining us to talk about stuff.
Right.
So someone talking about Texas Youth Academy or Midwinter or UM Army or any elements of games or whatever like that, curriculum, any of those questions on the deal, and then maybe do some of those questions. Maybe have them almost like the you watch the football, the college football in the morning, the ESPN college football kickoff or whatever.
Yeah.
Where look through those deals and go, hey, here's a question that somebody had on the Facebook page about favorite places to do T-shirts, and have everybody answer. Here's where I use. Here's the deal. Here's another. Pick 3 questions from that all you, me, and whoever it is that is on their answers, and then do the picks and have all 3 people do the picks and kind of close out. And I'm thinking, 15, 20 minute, something that's easily digestible.
Yeah.
Nothing you're sitting there for an hour, but something that's really easily. And I'll find there's a youth ministry podcast that I really, really liked that kind of based on that was just a podcast, but it was the same kind of deal. It was very short. It was a little bit of kind of basing this off that real short at the beginning, and then a topic they're talking about, and then the picks, and then go home.
Right.
So that way you can sit and watch 4 of them in an hour, and you'd be caught up on whatever's going on. But I can see like Katie Eckler coming in and doing stuff, or those guys.
Yeah.
I could see somebody talking about Summit, or even talking about Big House or UM Army, or any of the trips. What are y'all doing for summer trips? Where are we going with those? And then I think once we did a couple of them and put them on, then we could ask the Facebook group and go, here, what would y'all like to see, or we're talking about these games. Can you send us your games in, and would anybody like to be on the show? Because it's really easy. Like I said, once I create this Hangout, anybody can watch it while we're doing it live, and then anybody could actually join if we made it a public thing. You could make it where anybody could join.
Right.
So you could make it really easy for that to happen. So anyway, well, I got some list. Go ahead.
And I think if we kind of look at a couple people we want to hit, first if we want to make a list of those, podcast those. Do we want to go ahead and hit up Marla on that?
I think it should be good.
Marla on prayer journeys.
I think Morgan would be good. We do the same thing with Summit stuff. Pick our friends.
Right.
People we know who would be willing to do it.
Yeah. Chad McElveen could be funny. He'd be really good.
He does those PowerPoint games and stuff like that. Maybe he could share kind of where he comes up with those ideas for those.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what are you doing in your ministry? And then tell us something about these. You send these PowerPoint games to us. And you put them up on Facebook and things like that. How do you use those, and how do you use other games in your youth ministry?
Right. I think that's kind of one of those deals we can be like, I think it can be fun to, if we're working with them with other youth directors, we can say, hey, what's working well, in your ministry right now? What's something that hasn't been working that great, or what's something you've had to ditch lately, or what's something you've been experimenting with, or that kind of thing. Visit with them and be like, okay, well, one of the things we always gotten a kick out of in Marla, for instance, one of the things we've always enjoyed working with you is you do amazing prayer journeys. And what are some tips and what are some things that kind of interview style like that. Chad McElveen would be the same way. Do that with games. You can get into some conversations with them too, as far as one of the funniest stories that you've seen, lately, or what's one of the great stories you had to celebrate while you're doing youth ministry and stuff lately. So
yeah, and two, I think you could, if you had one that went. I mean, you don't want to cut something off. If you had something that went, you could actually piece that together for a second. Today we're going to show you part one of our interview last week with Chad, and then we'll do the next week we'll show you part two because we want to keep it short and
we only want to take up about 15 or 20 minutes of your time.
Yeah. We only want to waste 20 minutes of your time. So,
gotcha. Well,
you can eat lunch and watch us.
Yeah. Do you want to get in contact with Marla? I'll try and get in contact with Chad.
Yeah, I gotta get with Marla anyway because I gotta tell her I'm not coming tomorrow for the UM Army thing because I have a different thing I'm doing. So I'll talk to her and see, and then we can see if at least get one of the two of them for next week. And we're looking at Monday morning-ish, Monday during the day-ish.
If that works best for you, we can.
Afternoon. I have a lesson that goes on at 4, so whatever I do, I have to wrap up by that time.
Mm-hmm.
So after lunch is fine for me. This time is fine for me for from 2:30 to 3:30.
Gotcha.
Or 2 to 3 is fine. Probably 2 to 3 would probably be a good section.
Yeah, let's shoot for that. Let's shoot for around 2 o'clock. Monday mornings. I have a meeting with Reggie, always a standing meeting with him at 9, just kind of what's going on in the youth ministry and what I can get his help with and all of that, and then it just then I can kind of roll through, wrap up stuff from the weekend, and it gives me some time to kind of do that and knock out some work or two. So, all right, I like that.
Cool. All right, well, I will take this and hide the link so nobody can find it, but send you the link so you can see kind of how it shows up on YouTube and stuff. And I'll do it from my ministry. I have a ministry to youth account, which is not this one, but gotcha. I'll do it from that, so that way we have that one place you can go.
And if you want to look at any of the stuff like I read, as far as just and of course, it's completely kind of observational devotion type stuff. That kind of deal, kind of a little bit of a, I guess if the style of writing is probably a little mix-ish of Donald Miller and kind of, maybe a little, not quite Rob Bell, not quite that deep, but just kind of observational stuff. Just go, I actually went ahead and paid my $18 again to keep juddmcleod.com. And whatever, and just if we wanted to use some of those, or even I'd love to start writing again and kind of work on some things just as far as that would address everything from work-life balance to just other stuff as far as how we use youth ministry. So you can take a look at that. I like to think they're decent reads.
So, all right, well, I'm gonna get going and stuff, but I will talk to you later.
Sounds good. We'll see you.
Thanks. Bye.